About 2 years ago, we were selling 20 dozen eggs a week. But that's not the case anymore. Now we hardly sell 2-3 dozen eggs a week. At the time, we had lived closer to larger cities, and the demand for our eggs was much, much higher. A lot of the times we had customers lined up. If we said we had eggs, they were sold the next hour or next day at least. But then we moved, and around here, a lot more of an agricultural area. The demand just isn't the same. A lot of people around us have chickens. A lot of people around us have eggs. We don't really need to sell our eggs. When we were selling 20 dozen eggs a week, it was always a grind to try to get everything done. And by everything, I mean just we washed a lot of the eggs for our customers, mostly the CS egg customers that were going through another company. I work full time. I don't have all day to wash eggs. So I always found myself washing eggs earlier in the morning or super late at night, usually after 9 or before 6 in the morning. Now we've got some eggs. We need to make something, or we want eggs for ourselves. All we got to do is wash what I want. And half the time I don't even wash them spotless because I guess I just don't care as much as some people. I mean, obviously I want to try to get as much of the manure off these duck eggs as I can, since they lay on the ground most of the time. But that's it. That's all I need to do. All the eggs we sell now are unwashed, unrefrigerated, other than when they go into our egg fridge for someone to pick up. So now that we're using a lot less feed to feed our chickens, obviously we don't have as many chickens, so we're not really needing to spend as much on food, and we're not making as much. So again, if you watch my video about selling 20 dozen eggs, my chickens were laying enough eggs through the whole year to provide food for themselves for the whole year. Meaning in the wintertime, they eat a little more heavily as a supplement feed. That's all they had access to. Summertime, we had a little access to a little more free range, but not as much as we'd like. Now that we own our property and we have more acreage, our chickens are free to roam anytime that we let them out. They have access to grubs, grass, and anything else that they can find in the land. We still feed them the grain that we get from our local mill, but we don't really need to worry about feeding them so much to get this much eggs, or feeding them X amount of dollars so we don't overspend for the day. It just doesn't matter anymore. And I'm not saying that we don't pay attention to those things. Obviously, we don't want to lose money on the farm, but we're not here to make money. We're here to enjoy the lifestyle. So we didn't completely just stop selling our eggs. We just sell a lot less of them. And actually, we now sell more duck eggs where we moved to than we have chicken eggs. We still have our egg fridge. We still share produce out of our garden. But we don't need to promote it like we did, because everybody around here usually has access to eggs somewhere. For some people, we are the eggs that people have access to. The biggest change to us not selling so many eggs anymore is more so a change in focus more than it is a change in sales. Our goal isn't to build a large operation to try to become the next large egg dealer in the area. It's more so just to provide a lifestyle for our growing family. With more land, bigger dreams than ever, eggs are a great source of profit for the farm, but they aren't our big focus to provide for the farm. The farm does not make money for us. The goal of our farm is to raise food for our family, teach children responsibilities, and to enjoy the lifestyle that it brings. Not to try to make money off of it. We're not chasing numbers on our farm. We are chasing a lifestyle, something that will bring memories to our family every week. So that's it. That is why we have stopped selling 20 dozen eggs a week. We don't have the demand for it anymore. It takes far too much time than what I'm willing to put aside from providing for my family through an actual job. This has always been a lifestyle decision. My entire life, I kept repeating to myself, I will not live without having animals. Agriculture has just been part of my life since I was a little kid. If you want to join us on our journey, we'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe. If you found this video insightful, helpful, or entertaining, please take a minute to give a thumbs up and drop a comment below. If you are in the same position we are, why? Do you sell your eggs? Do you do it for your family? I'd love to see your guys' comments below.